and welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're coming here for the first time, I would like to specially welcome you. This page is a family-oriented page where we talk about everything, and most especially we try to encourage ourselves. We try to look at the society and see where we can impact positively. Now, if you have not gone through most of our videos, kindly do so. Our videos are aimed at encouraging us to get to do better, to be better human beings. And if you have not subscribed to our page, please do so, because you are going to be getting full values. But that is not the issue for today. Now we are going to be talking about the roles of fathers in the life of their children. The roles of fathers in the life of their children. You know, it is not a news that many fathers feel out of place. They feel they are not as loved as mothers are loved. They feel like the children are not giving them much attention, despite the fact that they have played a major role in the lives of their children. What do they mean by their own major role? Their major role is seen as the fact that they've provided shelter, they've provided shelter, food, they've provided school fees, things that they ought to do, but they forget that there are many things they can do as a father. Now, fathers, getting here, this is for you. As a father, you need to know that your job and responsibility goes beyond providing shelter, food, school fees, and all of that for your children. It is important that you have a very good relationship with your children. Many fathers do not share any form of relationship with their children. In fact, their children do not know them. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they come back at night, their children are asleep. And unfortunately, the weekends or the few times they have that are free for them to actually use to spend time with their children and the family, what do? They are either chasing other businesses, or they are spending the time with friends outside the home. They forget to build a relationship with their children. Now, fathers, you need to know that the time you spend with your children from when they were toddlers till they get married is important. It is important you know what your children likes. It is important you know the interest of your children and be involved in them. Your children needs your guidance. Your children needs your advices. Your children needs you as a playmate. They need you as a playmate. You need to be fully involved in their day-to-day activities. Now, you may be saying that you're too busy to do that, but if you really mean to do that, you will be able to do that, okay? If you really mean to do that. Now, I give myself as an example. Now, growing up, my father was involved fully in our day-to-day activities. My father was not always at home. In fact, in a week, you could see my father just once, maybe in a day or two out of the 7 days of the working week. But do you know that those 2 days, my father impacted so much in our lives with those 2 days? He would cook for us, he would take us out, he would tell us stories, he would make it so much fun. It's not about buying things. He would advise us, he gave us memories that lasts forever, that till today we could remember every day what he did. Now, even while he was away, my father would call every day. He would speak with my mom and he would speak with every one of us. He made that impact to the extent that when I was in the university, my father visited me. Do you know many of us do not even do that? We feel that the child is already in university, the child is already grown, the child does not need the father, does not need anything. We feel all the child needs the school fees and passing his grade, but it is beyond that. Children need you as a father to be fully involved. You need to pray with your children. You need to guide your children. You need to lead your children aright. You need to be the first boyfriend of your daughter. You need to talk to your daughter about how men behave. You need to be the first best friend of your son. Please find it in your busy and tight schedule to be with your children. No matter how you're looking for money, you need to create that relationship. Now, I give you a short story. A few months back, I attended a funeral service. And what I saw there was baffling. The children of this deceased, the man, were not acting in any form to show that they lost the father. It was like a stranger died. When you go for a funeral service, there's this feeling of loss. There's this feeling of mournfulness you see around. This feeling was totally absent. I couldn't find it there. I was amazed. How can the children of a man who just died be acting this way? How could they feel, why would they be having such free-spirited mind? I couldn't see the tears. I couldn't even see the mournfulness. It was as though like a stranger died. It was until later I began to find out that the man was not fully involved. The parents were together. They were not separated. But the children did not feel the impact of the father, of their father. And to me, looking from afar, the man was a cheerful man, a good man, whom I saw as somebody who was always going out to provide the daily bread of the children. Only God knows what could have happened along the line. So fathers, if you want to enjoy a relationship with your children, especially during your old age, if you want them to be fully involved with you, you need to be involved with them while they are growing up. I remember at a point I was telling my dad that you're always calling me. And he said, I will keep calling you until I have handed you over to a man. Unfortunately, my dad was not there, when I was being handed over to my husband. But I'm sure if my dad was alive, he would perhaps be calling I am my husband today to know how we are doing. If you want to enjoy the relationship that mothers enjoy with their children, fathers, you need to do more. Because mothers are there when the child cries, when the child laughs. They have built a bond with their children. You too need to build a bond that the children can feel, that can last more than the money that you provide for shelter, for food, and for every other thing. Because guess what? Somebody else can provide all of those things. I hope our message today is impactful to you, and I hope that it resonates with you such that you have a better relationship with your children. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for many more videos of this type. Thank you.